Hello, this is Norma Rodriguez Reyes, your host from Que Pasa, and today I'm wearing a totally different hat. You're listening to the Great Give Radiothon on WNHH 103.5 FM. The Great Give online community-wide giving event has officially started. And we're going to give you an opportunity to listen to the many nonprofits serving the greater New Haven area. So today we have with us live on our studio audience,
Tim McGee.
Tim McGee. That's right. And you're with what organization, Tim?
Shepherd's Mentors.
Shepherd's Mentor. Yes, Tim McGee from Shepherd's Mentor. So tell us, Tim, tell us about who is or what is Shepherd's Mentor and where is it located?
Shepherd's Mentors is a 25-year-old organization that really focuses on three areas. Our core area of focus is one-to-one adult youth mentoring. Another area of focus is tuition assistance to afford a private education at a college preparatory high school. The third is to provide academic and personal skills, resources, and supplemental activities to kind of provide a holistic approach to college access and college readiness. So our overall mission is really to provide the opportunity to really close the educational gap that we experience in some of our cities in southern Connecticut. We currently have 41 mentor and mentee matches at Colby Cathedral High School. We have 19 mentor-mentee matches at Notre Dame in West Haven. And next year, we are going to embark upon a new partnership with Laurelton Hall in Milford, Connecticut, where we will start with 5 incoming young girls in 9th grade and matching them with 5 mentors. All of our mentees are typically from a first-generation family, low-income family, and may not be able to afford the tuition of those schools without the tuition assistance.
So where does the name Shepherd's Mentee come from?
Well, as you can tell, the 3 schools that we are partnering with are faith-based. And so it is a reference to that. And the organization was started on a model of SSP, student-sponsored partners. And that's in New York City. And it was founded a long time ago. And our founder really kind of based it on that model. And they supported parochial education and mentoring in those schools.
So tell our listeners what the donation and specifically is going to do.
Yeah, luckily we have a very active and engaged board that is also able to contribute, and their donation and contributions really go towards our operational and administrative costs. So the funds that we raise, both from individual donors, foundations, and corporate giving, really goes to our tuition, our scholarship assistance, but also our programming. Tomorrow we have our 10th and 11th graders from both Notre Dame, West Haven, and Colby Cathedral going to visit Bryant University in Rhode Island and Providence College as well. And so a trip like that will cost us approximately $2,500. So we want to make sure that the majority of our operational and administrative costs are covered through board donations and through some other sources. So a lot of the individual giving goes directly to, or the majority of our individual giving goes directly to our programs and our tuition assistance.
So where do these students, at what age or do we get these students to participate in this program?
Yeah, because we've had a long-standing partnership with Colby Cathedral, which is the first school that Shepherd's Mentors partnered with, we work really closely with the admissions and the enrollment staff. And we don't have a profile or real set criteria because the majority of students at Colby Cathedral are in need of some financial assistance, and mentoring is a component that we offer as well. So it's really kind of working with the admissions and the enrollment offices to identify students who are really interested and open to the mentoring, but also have the financial need as well.
What grade levels are we talking about with Colby Cathedral?
Well, yeah, we have an interesting and somewhat of a, I guess, a higher bar than a lot of mentoring programs, because we do ask our mentors and our mentees and their families to really consider this as a 4-year journey together. So we start working with students in 9th grade, and we follow them through graduation. And one of the things I'm trying to work on is really a component that provides additional kind of support either through the mentorship or through the organization itself for the transition to higher education.
Definitely, because from 9th to 12th grade is one of the most vital times in the students' lives.
Yeah. My background really is in higher education on the community college level. I spent 4 years at Naugatuck Valley Community College in Waterbury before I took this role. And so I really worked with the high school partnership programs. And so my role was really connecting the local public schools to the community college and providing that college access and college readiness, tutoring and mentoring. And one thing I did find there as well is that the transition from high school to college is challenging for all students. Those who are first generation and those who come from a low-income background experience more challenges and barriers, even at a community college where tuition may be free and it may be close to home. What we've learned also is that the transition from 8th grade to 9th grade is also crucial, and that's kind of the initial transition that allows a young person and their family to start thinking about their experience after high school. So one of the things we're exploring is providing middle school mentoring with local college students as well.
Well, for those of you that are listening, you've been listening to Shepherd's mentors and Tim McGee,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And Tim McGee has given you the opportunity to listen to what his organization stands for. And therefore, it is more, those services are very well needed. And so we're giving you an opportunity to donate during this great give to your favorite nonprofit. And we're hoping that you would make Shepherd Mentors one of your favorite nonprofits. And all you have to do right now, okay, because we're doing this until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. All you have to do is go to thegreatgive.org and you can donate to Shepherd's Mentor. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we close?
Well, I'd just like to thank the Community Foundation of Greater New Haven for their support that they've provided for us since 2008, but also the opportunity to really explore the Great Give. We've had a really fun time creating the profile, really thinking about how do we present ourselves and tell our story to the New Haven area. We only have 19 mentors and mentees right now at Notre Dame West Haven. We're looking to expand and really kind of get to know the community here a lot more and become a lot more engaged. So we really appreciate the opportunity. And as we grow, we'd love to kind of share our progress with you.
Good. So, Tim, do you have a song or a poem or anything interesting?
I thought you'd never ask, Norma. I thought that was going to come at the beginning, but I do have it right here with me. I studied English in college, and my focus was on African-American literature, and particularly the Harlem Renaissance. And so I picked a poem by an interesting fellow, one who may have differing opinions, but was certainly impactful not only in the arts, but in politics and in, kind of civil rights as well. So it's James Weldon Johnson, and it's a poem called A Poet to His Baby Son. Tiny bit of humanity, blessed with your mother's face, and cursed with your father's mind. I say cursed with your father's mind because you can lie so long and so quietly on your back, playing with the dimpled big toe of your left foot and looking away. Though the calling of the room and beyond, can it be that already you are thinking of being a poet? Why don't you kick and howl and make the neighbors talk about that damn baby next door, excuse the language, and make up your mind forthwith to grow up and be a banker or a politician or some other sort of go-getter or whatever you decide upon. Rid yourself of those incipient thoughts about being a poet. For poets no longer are makers of songs, chanters of the gold and purple harvest, sayers of the glories of earth and sky, of the sweet pain of love and the keen joy of living, no longer dreamers of the essential dreams and interpreters of the eternal truth. Through the eternal beauty, poets these days are unfortunate fellows, baffled in trying to say old things in a new way or new things in an old language. They talk abracadabra in an unknown tongue, each one fashioning for himself a wordy world of shadow problems and as a self-imagined atlas, struggling under it with puny legs and arms, groaning in incoherent complaints at his load. My son, this is no time nor place for a poet. Grow up enjoying the big, busy crowd that scrambles for what it thinks it wants out of this old world, which is, as it is, and probably always will be. Take the advice of a father who knows you cannot begin too young not to be a poet.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Well, folks, once again, you're listening to The Great Give and WNHH 103.5 FM, the Radiothon, and this is an opportunity to donate to Shepherds Mentors. Tom McGee, thank you so much for being here with us. And all you have to do to donate is go to greatgive.org. Well, till next time, this is Norma Rodriguez Reyes, your host in Que Pasa. Thank
Gracias.
you. Thank you so much.